Guys, time is the only resource that we can't get more of. And I want to commit as much time as possible to putting out content that helps more people just like you. The only way that I can do that is if you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Please give me feedback and help me help you. All right, so this morning I'm going to talk a little bit about, whatever's on my mind, and you guys all have to listen. And then we're going to try to do some role playing. I think we had a couple of role playing scenarios from last week that we could get into when we start. And then please take time to go into the comments section and tell us, some other scenarios you want to look at. And if we don't get to them today, we'll try to get to them in the future. This morning I'm going to talk about something we've talked about before, why. And I was listening to a podcast this morning. I've been listening to him a lot. So Brad Lee's dropping bombs. He was talking to the founder of Tap Out, one of the founders. Can't remember his damn name now. Dan something. Anyway, he was talking to him, and he was talking about how he had a Lamborghini tattooed on his arm for like forever, and he kept thinking, one day I'm going to be able to get this Lamborghini, and he got it, and he's like, really wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It wasn't like, at that point, it wasn't as much as I thought it would be. I didn't like it as much. But then he bought his parents a brand new house. And that was like the epitome of everything, emotionally where he felt. So I think he learned his why. So a lot of times, Brad Lee evolved on that and said, a lot of people ask what their why is. And he says, my why is money, but it's money because. Money, what am I going to do with money, right? You can do a lot of different things with money. There's plenty of people that have made a fortune and don't live lavish lifestyles. Billy Graham comes to mind. He doesn't live in a real fancy house, but I bet you the dude's raised $1 billion in his lifetime or more. But you don't have to be a missionary. Some people still want to spend some money and have some goals themselves and have something to pursue. But when you get it, I think what makes a lot of people feel good is what can they do for others. So I was reading about backwards engineering your why, or backwards engineering what your why is, right? And so, a lot of the tips they would say is like, if you could spend your time doing, one thing forever, what would it be? Stuff like that. But another one was just trying to think about, what would make you feel really good to be able to do all the time, and try to backwards engineer into that. And it can't always be about some big shiny object that you're getting. But in the beginning, I think a lot of guys that are like starting out and they don't have a lot of money yet, or they have never really reached that high income level. Sometimes I think you do have to make it a little bit about what do I want to, attain. And then when you attain some of those things, you can go a little bit bigger. You're probably gonna have to let Rita and Bill in there. You can start looking for some of those bigger goals. What do I want for other people? What do I want to be able to do in life? Who do I want to be able to help or benefit? Bill and Rita, man, coming in at the late. So the whole speech today is don't be late for stuff. Oh, sorry. Oh, it wasn't about you guys. I was just talking about that. Just kidding. So anyway, you guys have all seen some of our why videos that we've put on YouTube before, but I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. When you're trying to figure out what am I doing this for, cars, houses, whatever, what is my pursuit, financial freedom, residual income, blah, 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 but why? When I get those things, what is really going to make me happy? And then I was reading this article about it, and they had all these studies that showed that when people's why intersected with something they did for the good of humanity or the good of others, that they were actually happier in life. So when they were able to give something away or help somebody in a way that they couldn't previously, that's what added true value to their lives over just cars that, when, like the founder of Tap Out said, he finally got this car he wanted, and he was like, and he ended up selling. I think he said he kept it like a few weeks. All right, so that's all I'm going to float to you on the why thing. If you haven't listened to that Dropping Bombs podcast with the founder of Tap Out, it's one of the recent ones. I highly recommend it. It was really good. you.